Lots of 2020 news to tell you about. Joe Biden trying to win over moderate voters by attacking Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders. Take a look.
If you could address our camera directly, talk to the voters that are worried about socialism and you raising taxes.
First of all, I guarantee, I promise, I've never broken my word. Anyone making less than $400,000 will not look like a socialist. Look at my career, my whole career. I am not a socialist.
And Florida's Attorney General is calling for an investigation over allegations billionaire Mike Bloomberg is buying votes in the state. The former New York City mayor raised millions of dollars to pay fines for felons so that they can cast ballots in November. Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz saying it could be criminal.
I believe there may be a criminal investigation already underway of the Bloomberg-connected activities in Florida. It is a third-degree felony for someone to either directly or indirectly provide something of value to impact whether or not someone votes. So the question is whether or not paying off someone's fines and legal obligations counts as something of value, and it clearly does.
All right, Juan, Florida Statute 104.061, subsection 2, third-degree felony. You can't do that. You can't give someone a thing of value to influence their vote. And Mini Mike's team confessed in a memo that they have in the Washington Post. They admit, they say they're not paying fines for all felons. They're just paying fines specifically for Black and Hispanic felons as an incentive to vote for Joe Biden. Mini Mike's not going to do well in the slammer.
Don't worry then, because he's not going.
I'm teasing. But it's not illegal, Juan.
Yeah, it's legal.
No, it's not.
Of course it's legal. No. Listen, I'll tell you what's not legal is that after the voters of Florida said that felons should be allowed to vote, you get Republicans in the legislature changing the rules so they say, oh, yeah, but you've got to pay off these debts. I mean, basically, that's like an indentured servant at that point.
So they passed legislation.
So
they didn't change the rules.
They
passed the
overruled the voters of the state of Florida in a political action meant and intended to benefit Donald Trump. And that's the illegal action.
So it would be like Sheldon Adelson, Greg, out in Nevada saying, you know what, I'm going to wipe everyone's gambling debts clean.
Oh, yes.
As an incentive to vote for Donald Trump.
That would work on me.
Me too.
Am I in the hole? Bingo is killing me. You know, the Dems must be really proud to be the party of felons, because that's exactly what Bloomberg has inadvertently painted them as, because we know why he's doing this. It's so Biden wins Florida. So he assumes felons will vote Democrat, and he's put that front and center in everybody's brain pan. This after the Democrats, prominent Democrats, were bailing out rapists and murderers and rioters, so they don't give a damn about the victims. They only care about the criminals. Now I want to comment on Joe Biden. Joe Biden says he beat the socialists, yet he absorbs all of his principles. So he's like a political Pac-Man. After he gobbles up the candidate, he just takes all of their principles or their policies. I would assume that if you're the front runner, you would stick to the issues or the stances that got you to the front, not just wilt and just subsume. Is that the word, Dana? Subsume?
I think that's a good word.
It's a good word.
Great word.
I got it off the Word a Day calendar you gave me for Christmas in 1993. But he just absorbs everything because he has nothing. That's the sad thing. He has nothing.
Well, he has enough to say that he's not the socialist. Bernie is a self-identified socialist.
True.
And the Joe we know for so many years, as you guys like to point out, is a moderate Democrat.
But if you have to deny, you're losing.
Let me just tell you something. The candidate being backed by the communists, the Russians, gee.
Hunter Biden?
Donald Trump.
Hunter Biden dossier?
Well,
Donald Trump.
What about the communist Chinese one?
The communist waters right now.
Because we don't want to say that.
Because Russia, they're not the only commies on the planet. In fact, you've got commies that have a much, much bigger economy in China.
Yes.
And I'm more worried about them and their election tinkering, frankly.
Why is that?
Shankly.
The FBI says the Russians are the primary actors.
Oh, and I trust the FBI because everything's above board
4 years you've been chasing that wand and you came up
with the truth. I know the truth hurts.
Yeah, let's let Kennedy speak.
Can I make a point?
Please.
Why we have COVID.
I like the idea of beat the socialist as some sort of a millennial drinking game. But if Joe Biden keeps saying stuff like that, I mean, it's better than beat the bishop. If Joe Biden keeps saying stuff like that, he's going to get canceled, because AOC came out last week and swore like, Joe Biden is going to go so far left after the election, you guys, we have nothing to worry about. And don't forget, Bernie Sanders is writing a lot of his platform. Joe Biden is not a guy. Joe Biden is a committee. And Bernie Sanders has a very important seat at that committee table.
So do you think the Bernie bros, when they see that sound on tape, they get angry at Sleepy Joe?
I think that the Bernie bros are fickle fans of Biden. And they, you know, next Tuesday we'll have the first debate. And a lot of people are already locked into their positions. Republicans are locked in. Democrats are locked in. I don't even think there's that many persuadable voters out there.
I'm undecided.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I do think that the progressive left, however, if they're watching the debate and if they are not satisfied, that might actually be the most important constituency for Biden next week.
It's a good point. So if Trump tries to pin him down on being a socialist and he spends the whole debate protesting, I'm not a socialist, the Bernie bros go click.
Right. It's like that guy that the Trump supporter with a little Bernie supporter with a bow tie that all of a sudden started voting for Trump. You're going to see that. The voting for Trump is a vindictive response.
Against Biden.
You know, I think it's a binary choice. You get Biden or you get Trump. So for the people on the left...
Wow, Juan, that is some astute analysis. Very good.
Can I finish? Thank you. But I think for people on the left who are concerned about it, they have to be aware that it's part of the Republican strategy to try to get a wedge between them and Biden. So they want to promote people in the Green Party. Remember Jill Stein last time? Or they want to promote Kanye West. Remember him? They're still trying to get him on ballots. And there's a clear reason. Suppress the votes. Give the left a reason not to vote.
More candidates suppress the votes. I had no idea.
Oh,
Voter
yeah.
choice
It split
is
the
not
vote.
suppression.
No, it doesn't. You have no evidence.
Having a proliferation of
No
choices,
evidence.
that is not suppression.
Oh, no.
We're not doing...
That's why the Trump campaign is
Juan,
working.
stop talking.
Yeah.
The Republicans aren't doing a very good job suppressing the vote if you guys won the popular vote last time.